Hello there, welcome back if you know this channel, welcome here if you're new. Lately I've been experimenting with VR videos, so yeah, here's another one that will get 2 views. Anyway, today I'm going to be doing a lightning review on most of the VR games that tend to be pretty popular, aka all the ones that I have. I won't be including little free tech demos because, let's face it, those don't even really count as games. Anyway, let's just get started now. Our first game in the free category is Half Plus Half. It's a pretty fun little multiplayer game with several different modes, including Sky Rocket League, and a few other ones that nobody cares about. Anyway, it's pretty fun, but it's missing certain things like friending people and stuff like that, so I wouldn't call it perfect. Another great free game is Big Screen VR. It's pretty fun if you're into this sort of thing, like watching movies with your friend in virtual reality. Works really well for that, but it doesn't really try to do anything else. Pretty good. Alright, next up we have Rec Room, probably one of the best social experiences on the Quest right now. It's, did I mention that this is a Oculus Quest 2 list? Probably should have mentioned that earlier. Anyway, it's a really fun free social experience, one of the best for hanging out with your friends and playing a bunch of mini games and stuff. And no, there is not a similar one that's just as good. That is something along the lines of VR chat that doesn't exist. We don't talk about that. Please don't go in the comments section about that. Okay, stop. Okay, so here we have Echo VR as the last free game on this list. I don't really know what to say about it. It's a really fun esport where you can hang out with your friends, punch a bunch of robots in the faces, and yeet discs into goals. So basically it's just a really weird virtual reality version of soccer. Yeah, do what you wish with that information. Very fun. Okay, here's kind of a bonus free game. I'd say it's kind of arguable whether this is a tech demo or not, since it's not a massive game and it is free, but I'd say it has enough content to be considered a small free game. Basically, you take the role of some astronaut doing some stuff in a replica of the ISS and stuff. Pretty cool. You could go outside the station, repair some stuff. You could use some weird arm thingy to grab stuff. Yeah, it's a odd simulation of being in the ISS, but it's very fun. Personally, I didn't get as nauseated by it as I thought I would, so yeah, I recommend trying it out. Alright, first paid game on the list is Vacation Simulator. This is the first one in the category of get it if you can, but not really a must-have. Yeah, I guess it's pretty fun, pretty funny. It's much longer than I expected, which is nice, but the one thing that I don't really like about it is that some of the minigames can be a little bit tedious. But yeah, I still recommend it, it's pretty fun. Next up is Until You Fall. This game has a really cool art style, some pretty unique combat. It's a roguelike though, so unfortunately you're gonna have to restart the game every single time you die, which I don't really know. It does make it a little bit tedious, but I'd still recommend it if you can get it. It's pretty fun and a very unique game. Next up is The Climb. I'd say the strongest thing about this game is probably how freaking cool the environments are. I really love what they did with some of the environments and how cool they are to climb around and stuff. You do get a pretty good adrenaline rush every now and then when you fall. It's pretty good at what it does. The one massive problem that I have with it, though, is that it has this really annoying glitch where sometimes when I grab onto, a ledge, it just kind of, makes my camera jolt upwards and then slowly inch back down. And that happens, once that happens once, it will keep happening until, I exit the game and rejoin, then, it might stop or something. I don't really know. It's a pretty annoying glitch. I hope they fix it. But other than that, it's really, really, really cool. Next up is Population 1. Yes, I know it's a battle royale. I know everyone's sick and tired of games like Fortnite, but seriously, this game is something else. It's literally a perfectly translated into virtual reality battle royale. It has so many features, being able to fly around, climb off of things, a bunch of different guns, different reloading mechanisms. It's just a really, really cool game, and I highly recommend getting it if you can. I haven't really experienced any major glitches either, which makes it even more fun. So, very epic. Next up is Space Pirate Trainer. Do I even need to explain why I like this game so much? Basically, you murder a bunch of robots using assorted things like some massive laser turrets, a bunch of laser guns, and some sword that you can ground slam them into the ground, and yeah. Very, very fun. 10 out of 10 would abuse this sword again. The last one in this category is Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. Yes, I actually got the game. Yes, I actually played the game. It is no joke. It is seriously so creepy. If Five Nights at Freddy's and horror games are your style, then seriously, you need to play this. It is just so crazy. So far, I've only beaten the parts and service ones, but I'll go over the Curse of Dreadbear DLC now. Alright, Curse of Dreadbear. Yeah, this game is not any less creepy than the base game. It's actually a DLC, so not really sure that I should be referring to it as a game. Yeah, basically just some more holiday-themed mini-games, with a bunch of animatronics trying to murder you as usual. Pretty fun. I don't have as much experience on this as I do as the base game, but, for what I could tell, Hallway Crawl is, no. Alright, now we're in the must-have category. Super Hot VR is just an absolute classic. You can't really go wrong with this game. You just beat up a bunch of red boys with assorted weapons, and basically everything's glass and shatters like that whenever you destroy them. It's very cool, has a, unique story, I guess, and you feel like a total bad A whenever you beat them up. Very fun, highly recommended. And now we have Beat Saber, arguably the #1 most iconic VR game ever to be made. Basically, for, the zero of you who don't know, you basically just destroy a bunch of blocks to the beat of some epic music using lightsabers. If that doesn't sound fun, then, I don't know what is. If you do get this game, I highly recommend sideloading BMBF so you can use custom songs. But, yeah, that's the mod, so anyway. Another classic that never seems to get old is Job Simulator. You basically go into some funny world with a bunch of robots where you just have to do a bunch of jobs, for the bots, obviously. It's very funny, in case you can't tell. It's very fun to just mess around, and the infinite overtime mode adds a surprisingly large amount of replayability. Highly recommended, as usual. And at last, my favorite VR game is I Expect You to Die. Now, in case you don't know, this is a spy puzzler game where you can use telepathy, however it's pronounced, to interact with objects from afar and use your hands for ones up close. It's really fun, very funny, lots of ways to die. They added several DLC levels for free, which is really cool too. Yeah, and also sequels coming out this year, so that's really dope. I make a lot of content on this game, so be sure to subscribe if you actually care. And 3 more things before we go as bonuses. 1, virtual desktop, right here, basically allows you to play games from your computer in your headset, VR or not. Really fun. You do need a pretty powerful computer and Wi-Fi connection though, so be aware of that when you get this. Just, yeah, don't go into it thinking you could just use your old grandma's computer. Anyway. And also, last 2 things, don't forget that there are many tech demos and streaming sites that you could play for free that I didn't mention in this video. Anyway, bye.